Hello everyone, it's Yazzie here. So I do have a reading for you this evening, but first we'll go ahead and cleanse everything. I purify and cleanse the space of all negativity, negative energies, negative entities, for they are not invited nor welcome. And I ask and invite in the gods and goddesses, archangels, guardian angels, deities, entities, spirits, spiritual team, spiritual guides, ascended masters, ancestors, and our higher selves, along with the universe. And I ask that you all would please purify and cleanse the tools in which I use and myself, so that the message comes through clearly and with clarity. Please and thank you. So, I have been called to talk about this part as it is something that is a part of my personal life. However, it does relate to the collective and the fact that I do understand that we're all going through it. So I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys 101 as I say that, which is a very scary thing, but I need to be vulnerable. I need to be honest. And it's not to say that none of my messages or anything has not been authentic or genuine. It has been channeled from the universe. Also, I chopped off my hair to get rid of old things and negativity and past things. But with that aside, I have come to a point where, honestly, I want to be able to provide content and readings to you guys that are quality over quantity. Because I feel that when the messages are longer but also more in depth, they help. And that's not to say my short readings don't help you all. As far as the picture ones that I write on, and I love those ones because it lets me do my art of writing, which I enjoy. But with the short form ones, it feels like I'm rushed, and it feels like I can't get the full message out to you when and I get that a lot of you do like the 212 as I say that. I know that you guys have found some value in the short form messages, but there's also a point where I got to a point where I was putting out 3 of them a day. And after a certain point, when you are intuitive and a psychic medium, as well as you're clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and an empath on top of it, 2, 3, 4, it gets draining. It does get tiring. And I would rather provide the quantity over the quality. And nothing against the platforms. I just don't care for the system. I don't care for the algorithm. I'm not for it. I'm not. I've had a whole life of just being rushed all the time, and I would rather take my time. And the universe knows that, which is why they're calling me to talk about this. But on the other end of the vulnerability side, I have been so exhausted as well because I have been looking for a job for like 2 months, and I have not gotten one. 313, and I saw 311 before that. Not because I don't want to get a job, but because I lost my previous one, 321 as I say that. I lost my previous one because I had a prescription prescribed to me by a doctor, and I had a reaction so severe that it caused me, for the first time in my life, 333, to be anemic. I have never been anemic in my life, and I have had to struggle to get back to my levels where I should be, and I'm only able to get it through food, which 345, which doesn't have a lot of iron, and you can only have so much red meat at a time. And I can't even afford the iron capsules. And 354, if anyone who's in the medical field knows, your iron levels affect your oxygen levels. It causes you muscle pain and causes you to be exhausted if you do not have the right iron levels, because it affects the oxygen in your body. So I've been trying my best. I've been trying to look for a job. I've been putting in job applications daily. And half of them, I haven't even heard from even half of them, to be honest. And I know for some of them, they're ghost jobs. And some of them, their companies are just using AI, so you don't even know, 432 I saw. So you don't even know if your application even makes it to a person. But I was called to be vulnerable because the universe says that it helps for me to show you that I understand that you 456 that you're going through it, because so am I. honestly. And I'm trying my best to be here as well because I was called to do these tarot readings 505. Like, this wasn't something where it's just like, oh, I'm just doing this, just out of nowhere, 511. I was called to do this while I was in my healing to get through the anemia issues. But I would rather give you guys better quantity reading, or I'm sorry, not quantity. I keep saying quantity, quality. Better quality readings rather than just pumping out readings like a machine. And I understand there's readers who do it. There's nothing against that, but they've also been doing it for a while, and they have their own schedule and system of how they do it. Whereas with me, it's different. Every reader is different. We're not all the same. We're not. We all have different lives, different things going on, and we have a different way, 555, a different way of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I will have to see how the universe wants me to proceed, but there may be a possibility where the readings will probably be longer as opposed to shorter. And then, of course, I'll still do the picture ones because I like doing those ones. I like writing for you guys. But let's go ahead and get into the reading here for all of you as a collective. And I apologize for saying that, but I was called to. And that is also why I still have my Ko-fi page. And I do have the stand store, but honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Like, honestly, I think just like all of us at times, we get caught up in so much things and get caught up in certain ideas, and then we have to remember the reality and the practicality of certain things, and remember, more importantly, 654, remember why we started doing things or certain paths in the first place. And for me, I really do want to help people. I've always wanted to my whole life. I want to be able to get these messages to you. I want to be able to guide you where you need to go. And 711, as I say that. And I want to be able to, help you in your healing process. 717. And that's what I've always wanted to do, even when I wanted to be a singer as a kid. But, I don't have the music theory for that. Doesn't mean I can't learn. But, things change. Life changes. But I did just want to at least bring that up, and the universe wanted me to be vulnerable with you all for a bit to show you that I understand life is difficult, and it really is now with how things are getting ran systematically, and I get it. So I am right there with you, trust me, I really am. But I will get into the cards here and see what we got. And as far as that goes, if anything in my messages doesn't resonate with you, that's all right. If the whole message doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It just means it's not your message, and that's perfectly fine. And I'm not trying to get into a point of a sob story. Like, this is actually what's going on, and this is what I was called to talk about. But some people will stay, some people will go. It depends on the person, but if you stay to listen, then I appreciate it. I appreciate you very much. And I really do thank all of you for your support. I really do. And it's what keeps me being here and wanting to help all of you. And even so, I have an innate natural calling. Like, I feel it. Like, I want to help people. I really do. That's what I'm here for. That is the whole point and the reason of why I've been brought here to this planet. And I know that. I feel it. I really do, because it's in my nature, and I care. I really do care. But let's go ahead and get these card messages here, and then see what we gotta do. What's going on? So we have the Star, we have Temperance, we have the 9 of Coins, we have the 3 of Coins, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Rods here. We'll put that right there. So tell me, what's going on with the Star, Temperance, the 9 of Coins, and the 3 of Coins? Thank you. I just got a good job on being vulnerable. So that could be why the 3 of Coins is here, as well as that sometimes you have to be And part of the reason why I was called to explain and be vulnerable with you guys is because that's also something you have to learn how to do as well. It's scary, yes it is, absolutely, but it's part of your own calling as well with the star, and then having that balance, because when you're honest with yourself, then the world ends up showing its truth to you as well. Because when, however you treat yourself, it'll reflect in the world around you. 1044, as I say that. And that's why the Nine of Pentacles is here. So it's like you have to work with yourself and be honest. And at some points, you know, with people around you, if they truly care about you and care about your well-being, 1101, you'll be able to be vulnerable with them. You'll be able to tell them where you're at. And then that way it'll clear out any of that stagnant negative energy that's within you, or even within your mind and your heart, and it'll clear out, so that way it'll make room for bring it back to me, please, for the abundance that is meant for you in this lifetime. Sorry about that. 1132, as I say that. And abundance can come in many different forms, but in this case it's speaking about, with the Nine of Pentacles, of course, the physical world. Because whatever you work on, 1144, whatever you work on within the spiritual end, again, reflects in your 3D world. So you just kind of have to balance that out and find that balance within yourself, but also find that within the world around you, as far as like, okay, what can I do to find ways to balance within myself, but also what can I do where I'm working with myself 1212 and supporting myself, but also what if, you know, maybe I do need an extra helping hand from someone else, from a friend, a loved one, a family member, whatever the case may be, found family even, a partner, things like that, as far as that goes. But why is the Queen of Rods here? Pull more cards. Okay. We're going to pull a few more cards. I couldn't help but notice that the Queen of Elixirs was underneath that. That's a part of it? Okay. So we'll put that down there. What else about the Queen of Rods end of it? Tell me a little bit more. Tell me a little bit more. Oh, hello. That just flipped over the 5 of coins. Okay. Oh, okay. We have death on the bottom. What else do we have? Well. We have the 4 of Rods. We have the Knight of Blades. And we have the Page of Rods. Okay. You're maintaining yourself is what I just heard. So regardless of your gender, it doesn't matter what gender you are, the energy is that you're the Queen of Rods and you are the Queen of Elixirs. You're maintaining your own energy in whatever way that may be. You're glowing is what I heard. You're changing. You're letting go of that old negativity, which I also did. Cutting the hair is actually a really good way to do that, believe it or not. It does hold energy. But you're getting to this point where you're remembering who you are. You know who you are. And you're able to stand within your emotions, but also within your passions. You're more connected than you think you are, as far as between you and the universe. So tap into that, because that will help you and guide you and tell you where you need to go as well. So keep that in mind. The universe will ripple with the oceans within you whenever you need to speak with them, which is why the Queen of Elixirs is here. So if you feel that effect, perhaps it could be that the universe is like Like tapping into the water, like, hello, we need to talk. Talk to me. Things like that. But why is the 5 of coins here and the 4 of rods? Goes with the 9 of blades. Okay, and the page of rods. Why is this all here? They're going through their hardship, I heard, but so this is someone else. This isn't you, because of course you're the Queen of Rods and the Queen of Elixirs, but there's an end to a connection, I just heard. Okay. They let go is what I heard. So this is someone where they went through their hardship and they're getting into this peaceful harmony within them is what I just heard. So the transformation is underway, which is why the death card is at the bottom. So of the deck. So this is someone where why is it so muddled? They don't want you to know. They're blocking me. Why? What's so scary about this person? What's wrong? They would they would rather talk in person. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. But why is the page of rods with them? If they're changing, then why is that there? They're just starting. Okay. So they're gonna have to work on themselves, which is why death is there. But pretty much they're in the beginning stages of it. So that's why they're still in the Knight of Blades and Page of Rods energy. That will change over time. But so a connection broke down. Okay. But then what do they see in the collective? What do they see in the collective? What's so important about this person that they're coming up in this reading? What's going on? What happened? I guess what happened is more accurate, right? Why? What's going on? Okay. And the 9 of Rods was underneath death too, and it still came out. Okay. Alright. So what's underneath that? Okay, so underneath, or I'm sorry, at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Elixirs, Celebration. But we have, what came out was the 9 of Rods, the King of Coins, and the Ace of Blades. What's this about? This is who they wish to become, is what I just heard. And of course, the 3 of Elixirs goes with this. They feel wounded, apparently, which is why the 9 of Rods is here. It's a wounded card, the Wounded Warrior. I just heard someone say they're playing victim, but it's like their past partner is saying that they're playing victim. Okay. They feel as though what they currently have is not enough for you, which is why they're working to become this King of Coins in the physical end of it. Or not the physical, the material world. And that's why they're going to come through with different offers, like with the Ace of Swords here. Which, of course, anything as far as swords go, it's very intellectual, it's communicative. So, of course, they want to talk to you in person, which is what I said earlier. They do want to talk to you. But they want to talk to you about the possibilities. And that's what they really want to talk about. Which is why they want to talk. They want it to be on a good note, which is why the 3 of Cups is here. They would rather it be in like a happier manner, but I don't know if that will be the case. Are they really the victim in this? Yes, is what I just heard. So clearly something happened with a previous partner. They're stronger than they think, though. And I can't help but notice that underneath the 3 of elixirs is the 7 of elixirs, which is pretty much the 7 of cups. And what I said earlier is that they want to talk about the possibilities. They want to talk about what the possibilities would be between you and them. And underneath that is the lovers. Of course it is, but even if they didn't end up with you, they would be happy just to even talk to you again. So it seems like this is someone that you've dealt with before. They apparently, when they're with their partner, I heard they dropped a couple levels, which is why they're in the Knight energy. They were previously in a King energy, but then they dropped. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're going to ask about timing, apparently. I don't normally ask about timing. Do not hold this to the timing. Because again, divine timing versus our timing is very different. And anything can change based on free will. Take it as an estimate. Okay. So tell me about the timing then. When is the possibility of this person coming in to vocalize? I got a bunch of cards out of that, but okay. Justice is at the bottom of the deck, so they do want to bring justice. We have... Interesting. We have the 7 of coins, we have the High Priestess, but we also have the 7 of blades, so that's double 7, and we have justice on the bottom. I keep hearing 7 days in my head. You know this, though. But we have the 7 of coins. They're nervous, is what I heard. They're nervous because they don't know if you're going to actually let them talk. 2-2-2-2, as I say that. They don't know if you're going to actually talk to them or not. They're afraid. They're afraid of betrayal. That's what's holding them back, though. But you're aware of this. Because the High Priestess is here. You know this already. You're aware of this, but they do want to bring justice to it. Which is good. They do at least want to do the right thing and put a balance into things. So that's a good thing. And I can't help but notice the 10 of coins is underneath that. So they want to bring you something in a physical, in a material sense as far as the 3D world goes. But they do want to make things right. And you're aware of this. You're already aware of the fact that they're scared. Like, it's not something where it's like, oh, you didn't feel it kind of thing. Or like they didn't come through, you know, in some manner in the 5D sense to at least make this known to you. Their 3D maybe didn't, but their 5D did. Multiple times is what I'm hearing. So yeah, this is definitely someone we know already. Okay. Okay. Oh, I missed this Ace of Coins down here. This flipped out, see? And what did I say earlier? They want to bring you an opportunity in the material world. And here we have the Ace of Coins, which is about opportunities. Yes. So I keep hearing 7 days. 7 days to 7 weeks, which is why I think there's the blades, but 7 of blades, but also the 7 of coins, because it's really dependent on this person. It really is dependent on whether they choose to come to you or not. Okay. Anything else? Nope, that's it, is what I heard. But that is all. As far as this reading goes, I do again want to thank you all for joining me here. I do appreciate your support. I do appreciate you watching. Thank you all again. And if you do want to get a personal reading, they are available. I'm going to make a couple of changes to my Ko-fi page as far as that goes, and it might be down for a little bit, but I'll put it back again. But again, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I hope this reading brought you a great deal of clarity. Thank you again. and I'll see you soon. Bye!